Hello everybody, this is Lily Kolosova and welcome to another episode of Wild Wisdom Warriors. Today I'm going to be talking about emergence of human consciousness, and this is going to be a part 3 to Deception Decoded. So if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, I would recommend to watch those videos before you go on and listen to today's episode. So as in the past, I referred to us human beings, source creator beings in human form, as universal seeds. So I want to start today talk about our core self and who we are at the core as universal seeds here in this creation, implementing correction timeline. Universal seed is a sovereign creator being in human form. And this is very important because at the core of us, we are sovereign creator beings. I know there's a lot of talk about what it means to be sovereign. Sovereign creator being is the one who stands in the eternal or internal point, or 0 point, as I referred to in the past. It is the central and elemental point of your individuated spirit, anchored in the universal field, or the living spirit, or the organic living grid, as I referred to in the past. You are anchored then at the core of your being. You're anchored in this living field of all possibilities. This is at the core of your being, at the source of your breath. This is a point where you, as eternal being, begin, and this is where you end. This point is the power. It is the power given to you by the universe. It is the source of your action. It is the source of your movement. It is the source of your knowledge. It is the source of your wisdom. It is the source of your highest potential. It is at the core, or at the pillar, of your eternal self. By reclaiming your sovereignty, and this is a process, a healing process that I've talked a lot about in the past, but quantum metamorphosis. And that's the process of self-initiation and self-realization that each individual has to take on for themselves to stand at the core of their being, to be a sovereign creator being here, to have the ability to bring forth and manifest this correction timeline. Because this is why we're here. We are creator beings by the process of transformation and transmutation, entering into this 0 point and then operating from this point. And as sovereign creator being, then you're aware that sovereignty means there you're claiming full responsibility for your creation. So this is a key here, full responsibility. Are you standing in full responsibility? Because you know then that it is self-generated reality and self-operated reality. And that's the pillar, the central pillar of eternal self, is what at the core of sovereign creator being. This pillar is the very essence of transfiguration, the awareness of true self. And to the degree that you're aware of who you are, that you and Source or the living field are one, is to the degree that you stand in your sovereignty and in freedom to create. This is your responsibility. To the degree that you and Source are one, is to the degree that you have the freedom and sovereignty to create. When we are anchored in the living field of creation, when we go through a process of transformation or transmutation, and we're anchor ourselves in the living grid of creation, or the spirit, as I've talked about in the past, then we emerge as sovereign creator beings. And as sovereign creator beings that we know through the process of healing and initiation and alchemical process, that we stand responsible, fully responsible for our creation. And that's the true sovereignty of your spirit, because this is your internal point. It is internal point of spirit. It is also central and elemental point of your spirit in physical form, because you are a creator being in human physical form. So you and Source in your unification then are the spiral or the spiral force, universal spiral force of creation. You, at the core of your being, as sovereign creator being, then are that power. You are that power of universe that acts in harmony with the sequence of time, bringing in and manifesting correction timeline here. So my wild wisdom warriors, at the core of your being, have you claimed your sovereignty? And are you standing at the pillar of eternal self, responsible for your creation? My dear wild wisdom warriors, we as individuated creator beings, sovereign creator beings, standing anchored in the universal field, eternal field, then we have this power. We are the power. We are the power, and this is the source of all of our action then. This is the source of all of our movement. This is the source of our knowledge. This is the source of gnosis. This is the source of our wisdom, universal wisdom. This is the source for our growth and the source for our change and transformation, transmutation, and transfiguration, for the implementation of correction timeline. As a sovereign being, you know now through the process of initiation that you are fully responsible for your creation, because as within, so without. You are the creator being. So as within, so without. As above, so below. As below, so above. So by reclaiming sovereignty as a creator being, you then know that your reality is self-generated. I want to repeat that because I think it's a huge key. Your reality as a creator being, and this is how you determine if you're a sovereign creator being or not. If your reality is self-generated, self-operated, self-directed, then you are a sovereign being. Thank you for watching, Wild Wisdom Warriors. Until next time, stay wild, everybody.